Currently 12:58 p.m. on October 31st, 2023. I just woke up. I don't believe in alarm clocks. I believe that alarm clocks are unnatural and unhealthy, and that if your body was done resting, you wouldn't need an alarm to wake up at that time. I let my body sleep in every single day, and it works absolute wonders for me. Pro tip, make your bed every single day. You will thank yourself for it. I guarantee you. Make your bed every day. For me, all I have to do is just flip these covers up. Okay, this is the first time I've had a bed since, November or December of 2020. So, I don't take it for granted, best believe. Yep, this is gonna take some getting used to. So, I'm sure you're probably wondering, Jordan, what even is this video? Usually when I start my videos off, I start them with a black screen, some words on the black screen, and I just get straight to the point. Why am I showing myself making my bed and doing my hair, shaving my beard, etc.? The reason why is because I can show you better than I can tell you. But what exactly does that mean? Well, I've made a lot of NoFap videos in the past. There are a lot of NoFap videos on this platform. However, there are very few NoFap vlogs. A lot of people, they don't do NoFap vlogs because they don't even know what that entails. What does a NoFap vlog entail? Well, simply put, this is what a NoFap vlog entails. Okay, this is my planner right here. You can see today is indeed October 31st, and these are the tasks that I need to do on a day-to-day basis. And as you can see, the tasks are more or less the same every single day. Now, why is this so important? The reason why is because I don't think there are many examples on this platform of what NoFap being a lifestyle actually looks like. Everybody talks about it, but talk is cheap. Not too many people show you what this actually means. And over these next 30 days, through the entirety of No Nut November, my goal is to show you what NoFap being a lifestyle actually looks like. What does 30 days on NoFap look like? Because I could sit here and tell you in hindsight, but why do that when I can just show you as I go? Now, for what it's worth, I'm not actually on day 0 of NoFap. As a matter of fact, I'm on the longest streak that I've been on pretty much for the past year and some change. I was just watching my video last year from when I fell off of the wagon. I posted it in August 2022. It is October 31st, 2023. So that is over 1 year of not having gone this long. I don't know exactly how far I'm on NoFap, but I know I'm between 1 and 2 weeks. Between 1 and 2 weeks. This is the longest streak I've gone on, not including the times when I was physically with my girlfriend in person. This is the longest streak that I've been on. But I want to expand this streak, not just to 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, but I really want to make this a permanent lifestyle, and I believe that I have finally cracked the code. And like I said, I can tell you the code, or I can show you the code. And that's my goal with these next 30 days. Now, like I said earlier, my days tend to be pretty similar to one another. So part of my initial apprehension to doing this was that the vlogs might get repetitive. Well, that's the reality of my life. You see, there are seasons for structure and there are seasons for spontaneity. A season of spontaneity would be like when I moved into my car. That's a season of spontaneity. That is me actively stepping into uncertainty. Right now, I'm in a season of structure, not spontaneity. I'm in a season where all of my days more or less look the same because I have specific goals that I am striving towards. And soon enough, I'll be entering another season of spontaneity, and you'll be getting more vlogs of me jumping off into the deep end of unknown waters. But for now, this is what my life will look like right here. So Really, my job for these next 30 days is to show myself doing these things every single day. It's that simple. I'm going to show myself doing these things. So right now, I'm doing my morning routine. My morning routine consists of my skincare routine, which I've already done, my meditation, which I've already done, some gratitude journaling, and my emails. Okay, and here is my gratitude journal. As you can see, I use money as my bookmark. Am I weird? You see this text message right here? This message goes a very, very, very long way when it comes to communicating with your woman. Okay, I know that I'm not going to be able to respond to her text messages for probably the next hour or so. But why leave her waiting when I can tell her that, hey, I'm going to be busy for this next hour? Just a little pro tip for anybody who's in a relationship or anybody who's talking to a girl, or if you're talking to a guy, I don't know, I don't judge, I don't care. But if you're in a relationship, communicate. Another little pro tip, never, and I do mean never, skip your stretches. I haven't skipped my stretches since July of 2021. That is over 2 years of stretching every single day, no matter the circumstances. Stretch every day. Take 20 to 30 minutes out of your day to stretch. Or, alternatively, you can take that same 20 or 30 minutes and spend that in physical therapy multiple times a week and have to pay for it and then end up doing your stretches anyways. Another little pro tip. If you don't like stretching, watch YouTube videos while you stretch. Watch YouTube videos while you stretch. It makes the time go by so much faster and you can really focus on your stretches while not just hating your life for those 30 minutes. As a matter of fact, watch my videos. Okay, I'm posting daily vlogs for the whole entire month. If I had the opportunity to flex on my younger self, I wouldn't show him my bank account, I wouldn't show him my relationship or my YouTube plaque. I would literally do this. Okay, this right here, being able to touch my toes, this would be the biggest flex on my 20-year-old self that I could ever possibly do. For about 2 years, I could not touch my toes. No matter what I did, I couldn't touch my toes unless I literally sat crisscross applesauce like I was in kindergarten and did it that way. Could not do this. Now I do this every single day. Once again, do your stretches. Please. If you want me to drop a full stretch routine in one of these upcoming vlogs, let me know and I can drop a full entire stretching routine. But do something. Do anything. Do your stretches. Now, me personally, I tend to hold my stretches for a 15 breath count. So that's 15 deep breaths for each stretch. Equates to roughly 30 seconds to a minute per stretch. Once again, it is well worth the time and energy spent. Also, can we just take a moment to talk about James Harden going to the Clippers? I know a lot of people think that that was a terrible trade and that James Harden's washed. Personally, I think James Harden still has a lot of gas in the tank. I think that he is still an elite player, especially as a playmaker. And this is a controversial opinion, but I believe the Clippers are going to win the finals this year. As a matter of fact, I thought that before they made the trade. Now that they've made the trade, I think they're liable to sweep the playoffs. Okay, they're probably not going to do that, but I think that they're going to win the finals this year. I think they're better than Denver, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Boston. Let's be real. Those 4 teams are their only real competition. I don't think the Lakers have it this year. So I think the Clippers are the best team. Not saying that because I'm a Kawhi fan. Maybe I am. But if you've watched Kawhi in the playoffs anytime in these past few years, it's really hard to doubt him. It's hard to bet against him. I think the Clippers are winning the finals this year. You heard it here first. Also, I want to go ahead and do a quick little physique check. In case you haven't noticed, well, you probably haven't because I haven't really been tracking my progress on YouTube, but I've put on around 15 to 20 pounds of muscle since I moved back to my parents' house. Primarily muscle, that is. So I want to go ahead and just do a quick little physique check. This is no pump, empty stomach, this is what we're working with right now. I'm only gonna show my upper body because today is an upper body day. Tomorrow I'll probably show my lower body because I do my legs and my upper body on a split. Today's upper body, tomorrow's lower body, and then it keeps going like that. But this is what I'm working with. I don't really know how to do the flexes like the bodybuilders do, but I've definitely put on some size. It's not like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything like that, Tookie Williams, but I've definitely put on some type of size somewhere, because once again, I'm 10 to 20 pounds heavier than I was just 4 or 5 months ago. Here in the near future, I'm going to show you my full entire workout routine for both my upper body and my lower body, put you on game, and I'm also going to make a video about creatine, which creatine is an absolute cheat code. You didn't hear it from me. Shh. Creatine. This is what we're working with right now. 179. So I am currently 179. I don't know how much the camera weighs, but let's just assume that the camera is about, oh my god, this is zoomed in far. Let's just assume that the camera is about maybe a pound. It's probably not, but let's just assume that it is. So that's 178 on an empty stomach. Okay, 178 on an empty stomach. This time last year, I was probably 168 on a full stomach. Just a few months ago, I was 168 on a full stomach. Once again, creatine. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Just the way you are.
This is an old head at work.
Time is an illusion.
But they were supposed to trade Terrence Mann initially.
No, they ain't gonna let that happen.
But they were, and then Philadelphia started pressing them. They wanted more, and now they didn't get anything back for it. They got Nick Batum.
Dude, do you see Milwaukee beating anyone of significance?
Well, they're not beating the Clippers. I know
No,
that.
they ain't beating the damn Clippers.
They're not going to beat the Clippers.
Let me see now.
Dude, the Clippers are a matchup nightmare. They go 10 men deep.
Dude, you got all these goddamn players, man? Shit.
Okay, so creatine is a cheat code, but it's not a replacement for calories. This is what a typical breakfast looks like for me. Sometime here in the near future, I'm going to be doing a full what I eat in a day video. I want to emphasize different things throughout the course of these 30 days. So not every vlog is going to look the exact same, even though I'm doing the same things every day. Some vlogs I might focus more on fitness, some vlogs I might focus more on diet, some vlogs I might focus more on spirituality, or just really sit here and talk to the camera more. Some vlogs I might focus more on writing, give you sneak peeks of some of the books that I'm working on right now, such as my poetry book or my NoFap relapse recovery guide. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And other vlogs I might integrate all of that evenly. But also, I just now realized that I forgot to do my planks, which that's what I do at the end of every single stretching routine. So let me go ahead and do that. I think every morning you should try to do something. Well, I say morning, it's 3:17 p.m., but you get the point. I think every morning you should try to do something that makes you very, very uncomfortable. For you, it might be waking up early. Like I said earlier, I don't believe in waking up with an alarm clock. It might be taking a cold shower. It might be working out. For me, it's doing these planks. I never, ever, ever look forward to doing them. And that's exactly why I do them. Okay, I can't see the camera right now, but I just know that this is an absolutely diabolical, insidious angle. But I'm gonna go for 1 minute. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna go for 1 minute like this and then 1 minute on each side. This right here is another thing that I picked up from physical therapy. Aside from doing stretches, you definitely wanna make sure that you are exercising your core, your deep core muscles, not your abs, your core. There's a difference. Your core is comprised of your stabilizing muscles. In other words, your core allows you to not only retain your balance, but also to transfer strength. So let's say, for example, if you're a boxer, the only way that you can effectively transfer strength from your legs through your hips, all the way through your shoulders, and eventually your arms and your hands is to have a strong core. Otherwise, the power will die in your core. That's a minute right there. Oh my God. No, you don't necessarily have to do planks like I do. I just find that this is the most simple and effective exercise for me. It literally only takes 3 minutes out of my day, but I feel every single second of those 3 minutes. Okay, now that I've finished that, now I'm going to eat my breakfast and I'm going to do my courses. So right now I'm doing a social media marketing course. I've been taking courses pretty much since I got back to my parents' house because I realized I need to level up my skill set. So I've already completed a songwriting course, a copywriting course, and an email marketing course. Now I'm taking, hold on real quick, bro. Am I good? What the hell? I'm taking a social media marketing course. This is the one that I'm taking right here on Udemy, Social Media Marketing and Management Masterclass 2023. It's been a pretty effective course. It's very, very, very long.
Welcome back.
Pause.
In this lecture.
The course is 314 lectures, 33.5 total hours, and I generally aim for about 20 minutes of course content per day, 5 days a week. So if you look right here, you can see 9 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes. You can see how long each video is. So I just keep doing videos until I reach 20 minutes in total. So today, for example, I'm going to do these 2 videos right here. And like I said, I'm going to eat my breakfast while I do that because I am a big proponent of multitasking. Multitasking is an absolute cheat code for efficiency and productivity. Learn how to effectively multitask with complementary tasks and rest assured that your productivity will increase exponentially. And I almost forgot. Check.
We have our Instagram feed, marketplace, video feeds. We have the primary text up here. We have the headline down here. We have the video here, the call to action button of learn more. In the next lecture, I'm going to show you how to extract the winning ad from your test and put it into the winners. Hope you're excited. See you in the next lecture.
Okay, so after I finish doing my regular courses, what I usually like to do is I like to take one single Duolingo Dutch lesson every single day. A Duolingo Dutch lesson. I've done this every day without fail. Well, almost every day without fail for 302 days. 303 days counting today. If you don't believe me, boom. Alright, quit playing with me. 302 days of continuous Duolingo Dutch lessons. I am committed. I am committed to learning a foreign language. Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands.
Hij wil niet fietsen zonder zijn moeder.
Hij wil niet fietsen zonder zijn moeder. Ik ben Nederlands. Quit playing with me. Het regent. Ze zoekt haar bril. Zij blank de schoenen leuk. Vindt.
Ik blijf hier.
Ik blijf hier. Ik vind jouw jurk leuk. Quit playing with me, bro. Quit playing with me. Perfect lesson. Perfect lesson. Hold on. What's that streak? 303 days, bro. Let me tell you something. Everybody and their mama has a NoFap streak. But how many people have a Duolingo streak? 300 days. Quit playing with me. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Jordan, how are you going to learn Dutch from doing one Duolingo lesson per day? Well, the answer is simple. Over a very long period of time. My theory is that if I do one Dutch Duolingo lesson per day, for the next 10 years, I will be fluent. One Dutch Duolingo lesson every day for the next 10 years, I will be fluent. I will be 33 and I will be bilingual. And add to that the fact that my girlfriend is Dutch and she can give me pointers and I can speak in Dutch with her. That's almost like extra credit. She's my tutor. She's basically my tutor and she's helping me learn Dutch. much, much quicker than if I were just doing Duolingo. And on top of that, what I've learned is that when you're learning a language, the growth is exponential because you're building on the information and the knowledge that you already have. So right now, I'm learning Dutch much faster than I was when I first started the Dutch Duolingo. Even though I'm doing the same number of lessons on a daily or weekly basis, I'm learning faster because I'm building on the knowledge I've already accumulated. And I actually think that this applies to pretty much anything that you want to learn. So whether you want to learn social media marketing, email marketing, a foreign language, playing an instrument, it doesn't matter. Growth in terms of knowledge is exponential, not linear. So consistency is key. Focus on creating a program for yourself that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can sustain. Alright, so I just finished my breakfast, as you can see right there. And it is 5:20 p.m. So now, while my food is digesting, so I can do my workout, I'm going to go ahead and work on one of my books. I'm currently working on 3 different books simultaneously. Okay, absolutely crazy. I'm working on a poetry book. I'm working on a NoFap ebook, which will be coming out probably the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Stay tuned for that. And I'm also working on a manifestation book, which I'm kind of not actively working on right now. It's kind of on the back burner because I'm focused on these other 2 projects. But I think today I'm going to work on the poetry book. And as a matter of fact, I need to text my girlfriend first. I still haven't texted her back. It's been a couple of hours. I feel really, really bad. Okay, and as a matter of fact, that's something that I'll definitely need to work on throughout these next 30 days. It's just being able to be consistent in every area of my life while also doing these daily vlogs. And I think the only way that I can do that is to just vlog what I'm doing. So I have to keep these vlogs as organic as possible. I actually had somebody comment on a video recently saying that I pretty much broke my promise of not showing my girlfriend on my channel, which is true. They are 100% correct about that. But the reason why I'm showing her on my channel now and why you'll more than likely see more of her in the future is because it's almost impossible for me to be consistent in my relationship and consistent on YouTube and not intertwine the two. It's almost impossible because there's so much overlap in my life in terms of YouTube, writing, my relationship, etc. Obviously with writing it's easy because I just write about the relationship, but when it comes to YouTube, trying to separate YouTube from my personal life and do daily vlogs, it's impossible. Okay, it's pretty much impossible. That being said, let me go ahead and text my girlfriend back, and then I'm going to work on my poetry book. Let me paint the picture and reenact the past. I never thought the day we left our home would be the last. A Category 3. The levees couldn't hold, as surges of the sea caused the tallest trees to fold. Or maybe it was wind that snapped the pine in half. Remember as a child I'd gaze at canopy and laugh, astonished by the glory of Gaia in her form. So when I saw her lying there, her foliage forlorn, a deeper sense of wisdom of mortality was born. Within spirit system, on a little lane called Chancer, where Gaia gave herself to God to give birth to the answers, to questions from the little boy who gazed upon a tree, as Hurricane Katrina turned that little boy to me. Alright, so hopefully you liked that little sneak peek of my poetry book. It will be coming out January 11th, 2024, the same day that something very, very, very significant is also happening. Stay tuned for that. But I finished my writing for the day. Right now, honestly, for the poetry book, I'm not really adding anything to the book. I'm more so just editing and refining. The book is almost done. So now that I finished that, I'm going to go ahead and do my workout, and I'm also going to read. This is one of the key perks of working out at home, having your own home gym, is that you can take your time between sets. You can read, you can do other work that you need to do. You can, I don't know, make videos, do homework, whatever you need to do between your sets. Really take your time. For me, this is about an hour-long workout. I'm not going to show the whole workout because I want to save that for a future video, but I'm going to just go ahead and give you a little sneak peek. I also need to hurry up because it's getting kind of cold. It's about 58 degrees. I don't know where you're from, but I'm from Texas. That's cold here. Okay, that is very, very cold. So go ahead and get started with this workout. Like I said earlier, today is an upper body day. So basically, I'm gonna be using the belt. Okay, if you know, you know. If you don't, you need to find out. Okay, get you one of these belts. But actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and warm up. So me personally, I like to emphasize my shoulders when I warm up and stretch before my workout because I don't like getting injured. And given that I'm doing such a high volume now, at least high volume for me, I'm working out every single day, this is very, very crucial to my longevity. Even at my age, even being 23 years old, I have to be very cognizant of my stretching and warming up, all of that. So you can see I'm just stretching my shoulders, front delts. Okay, start off with the front delts. Then I'm gonna stretch my rear delts. Get a little bit of this in. I already did this during my stretching routine earlier, but I've been sitting at my computer for the past few hours, so definitely want to make sure that I'm doing this again, just to make sure that I'm fully warmed up. And now this right here, this is the money stretch, okay? You're gonna get a stick, any sort of stick. I personally use a mop stick. This is what I use, but any stick works. You're gonna take the stick, straighten your arms, and you're gonna do these, okay? These are for your rotator cuffs, to make sure that your rotator cuffs don't go bad. Now, depending on how flexible you are, this might be really easy for you, this might be really difficult for you. When I started, this was very difficult for me, but after doing this for a few weeks, before every workout, it's become much easier. So I typically do about 10 of these before every single workout. All right, I think that's 10. Put this back. Then I'm going to go ahead and just do one pull-up and one dip, but I'm gonna do them slow, a static hold, a negative, just to warm up my muscles, especially because, like I said, it's cold. Alright, so now I'm fully warmed up. I'll go ahead and put this belt on. I'm currently doing 25 pounds. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you or show you my whole entire workout, but let me just go ahead and show you a little sneak peek, if you will. So as you can see right here, I have 2 10s and a 5. Hopefully you can see that. But this is 25 pounds in total. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the chin-ups. Alright, so that's the set right there. Like I said, I'm not going to show the whole entire workout, but what I am going to do is I'm going to sit my ass down right here in this chair, like I do between every set, and I'm going to read this book. Well, it's on my Kindle, but the book that I'm reading is called Reality Transurfing. Basically, it's a book about the metaphysical laws of manifestation, for lack of a better term. And I just dropped my Kindle. Okay, I'm currently about 28% of the way into the book. It's 500 plus pages, so I'm gonna be reading this for a while. I pretty much only read between my sets, but hold on, bro, I need to catch my breath. All right, so that right there is a pretty fascinating excerpt from the book. Basically, this section of the book is about how in life, oftentimes when we want something, we think about how we can achieve it rather than thinking about how we can simply choose it from the plethora of options that we have at our disposal. In other words, the reality that you desire, whether it's a reality which involves wealth, financial status, or social status or romance, having the perfect partner. All of that is already available to you. It's not about changing your current life. It's about choosing a life in which you already have it. This falls directly in line with the principle called the law of assumption, which is something that I have touched on in previous videos and I will be touching on in my manifestation book. But that's a pretty subtle yet profound paradigm shift, understanding the difference between changing your reality and choosing your ideal reality. Alright, so this right here is a post-workout physique check. I have a good little pump going, and I have some pretty decent lighting with my ring light here. But this is after doing my workout. Unfortunately, my camera died while I was doing the workout. But like I said, I wasn't going to show the full workout anyways. I'm going to save that for a future video. Stay tuned for that, as well as what I eat in a day video, and pretty much anything else that you can imagine over these next 30 days. You're probably going to see some variation of it. But this is what we're working with. Like I said earlier, or like I showed earlier rather, I walk around at around 178 to 180. Usually I end the day at around 182, 181. But this is what we're working with. Like I said, I don't know how to flex like the bodybuilders do. I don't really know all the poses and all of that. Those guys, when they're on stage, they look like they're in a state of distress. But this is what we're working with. I feel like my body looks pretty good. It feels good. And I'm pretty much finished for the day. I'm pretty much finished for the day. I've already done everything that I needed to do. And that's pretty much how my days look, man. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm more or less focused on just, like I said, routine and structure. So all of my days kind of look the same or very similar to one another. One thing that you might have noticed is that there isn't much of a social aspect to my life. And that's not really by design. It's just kind of a byproduct of the lifestyle that I'm living. I don't really have much off time to allocate to that aspect of my life. But as far as I'm concerned, the social life that I have, especially in my romantic relationship with my girlfriend, my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, is all that I really need at this point in time. Alright, so as you can see, all I have left to do is edit. Okay, I just need to edit this video right here, and given that it's already 7:24 p.m., I reckon now is a very good time to go ahead and do that.